The full-size sedan segment hasn't really seen too much action of late. Slow sales have also meant we hardly have any options too. What once included cars like the Hyundai Sonata, Volkswagen Passat, Nissan Tiana and the once mighty Honda Accord, now pretty much a two-horse race.
The success of the Camry hybrid in India came as a surprise to all of us, considering that the entire crowd was going towards hybrid technology. But that hasn't dampened anyone's expectations or any car manufacturer's expectations, which is why we have this, the Skoda Superb, which is now in its third generation. There's one more car which is going to come soon, and that is the Honda Accord in its hybrid form. But for the time being, we'll check out what these two cars are all about.
Yes, it will be great to have the Accord back in India, but now let's focus on these two. Both cars come across as ample and sophisticated. On the new generation Superb, gone is the limo-like silhouette, and in comes a more sloping roofline. The sleeker styling is based on the Skoda Vision C concept, and it makes the car look aggressive, sharp and more proportionate. The Camry isn't a bad looker too, but it isn't as modern or new, and the abundance of chrome detailing looks forced. The distinctly different approach on styling is more evident on the inside. While on the Camry you have forward detailing and chrome to make it look upmarket, the Superb features higher quality materials and gloss black inlays. More subtle and European by comparison, the dashboard on the Camry is cluttered with a host of buttons, while the Superb is more minimal and feels more luxurious. The Superb has more legroom. Its wheelbase stands at 2,841mm. The Camry isn't far behind as it offers 2,775mm, and both the front and rear seats are more plump with good thigh support. The seats on the Skoda, though firmer, are good for long journeys. Where the Camry wins your heart though is the features at the rear. You can recline the rear seats up to 8 degrees for that additional comfort, and the armrest at the rear gets stereo controls as well. Both these features are missing in the Superb. The Superb does have Apple CarPlay and pampers the driver with gadgets and sharp technology. The Superb also has a huge 625-litre boot space that's almost 200 litres more than the Camry hybrids. This is because the hybrid system's batteries take up quite a bit of space. The regular Camry has a 587-litre boot though, still just short of the Superb's, and while the Camry's boot opens like any other, the Superb is really a hatchback and not quite the sedan. Now the power plant. The Camry gets a 2.5-litre petrol unit which gets additional power from an electric motor. While the Skoda Superb features the proven turbocharged 1.8-litre petrol engine, the Superb also has the 2-litre diesel option, and the Camry is offered with just the petrol unit too, though the hybrid dominates the sales almost entirely. The engines offered are very refined, and you can't hear them on the move. In fact, the Camry hybrid starts on electric power and at lower speeds switches to all-electric mode. It makes you wonder if the car has been switched on at all. The NVH levels on the Superb are a notch above the Camry hybrid, and you might just hear a pin drop in there, though it sprints on the road at the drop of a hat. The Superb's TSI motor produces 177 brake horsepower and develops 250 Nm of torque. Compare that to the 202 bhp on the Camry and you might say it's underpowered. The Camry hybrid makes 158 bhp from the petrol motor and 44 bhp from the electric motor. But what does it all mean on the road? The Camry's auto box suffers from the rubber band effect, typical of CVTs, but it's good for cruising on the highway. The paddle shifters are standard, but it's a bit slow to respond. The hybrid motor does give the engine extra boost, but most of the power gets lost because of the transmission. The Superb though feels more eager, and the DSG gearbox gives you precise and seamless shifts. Power delivery is strong yet controlled, and if needed, one can also choose between various driving modes. Efficiency-wise, Toyota claims the Camry Hybrid delivers 19.6 kilometers per litre, which is truly impressive for a car of this size. The Superb manages to achieve only 14.67 kilometers per litre for its petrol option, while the diesel delivers 18.19 kilometers per litre. The Camry and Superb are loaded with a long list of standard comfort and safety features. While the Superb comes with 8 airbags, the Camry has to make do with 7. The Superb is all new, so it does get a few more add-ons like ambient LED lighting and connectivity options. The Skoda also gets clever accessories like umbrellas in the doors. The Camry is more practical and is best suited for those looking for rear seat comfort. It also scores on the green quotient. But the Superb outperforms the Camry in every other aspect, even on price. The Superb is 5 lakh rupees cheaper than the Camry, and this is even after the relief of 70,000 rupees that the Camry gets on account of its hybrid system under the government's FAME scheme. The Superb is priced at 25.13 lakh rupees, while the Camry costs 31.92 lakh rupees. So in this battle of the big sedans, for us, the Superb is the clear winner.